Welcome to my channel. I'm going to react to a song called Letters Home from the Garden of Stone by, I guess it's a group called Everlast. I've never heard of this before. I don't know what genre of music this is or anything, but I've been asked to react to it, and so I will. But before I do that, I have to thank you for the growth of my channel and for the wonderful things that you say about me, it's amazing to me that people from all over the world are coming here to watch my videos. I mean, from every country, every continent except North and South poles are coming to my channel to watch my videos, and that just blows my mind. It really does. It's very humbling, and I'm very thankful for it. So thank you very much. And of course, I will go to that group's channel and get the links from their channel and put them in the description of my video. So you can expand on that description by clicking on more and look at the links. And I encourage you to support the artists that I feature on my channel by following them on their YouTube channels, by subscribing to their YouTube channels, by following them on social media, and by buying their music if you have a mind to. So thank you very much. This is Everlast, Letters Home from the Garden of Stone.
Sitting restless under the moonlight, I know I'm getting ready to kill. They say we're going in with the daylight. I don't want to, but I will. Kills me, and I don't know these men I kill. I pray to God for my salvation, wash away the blood I spill. I try not to think about my family, 'cause it's a little too much to take. Here I got me and I got my buddy. We can't afford even one mistake. Sorry about writing on dirty cardboard. It's the only paper that I can find. Tell everyone I got their letters. Tell everyone I'm doing fine. Late at night when I can dream, I think about life back in the world. I miss you and Dad, I miss Sister Sarah. I miss my wife and my baby girl. Pray for me, pray for my soul, Mom. Pray for me and all my sins. They say that I got a job to do now, and I'll be back when it finally ends. Do you think I should be fighting? Are you proud? Are you ashamed? I really am trying to do the right thing. I hope my government can say the same. 'Cause I won't know the man that kills me, and I don't know these men I kill. We all wind up on the same side.
Hmm. Okay. I think I know why people request songs like this is because you think I'm a veteran, so I'll relate to them. And I do in a way, but I don't in a way because, as I've said many times, I've never served in combat, so I have no experience with that. I've not been through that crucible. But I am aware of it, and I have a lot of friends who've been through it, who've been through much combat, and have talked to me about it. And I think this song perfectly portrays the moral conundrum that every soldier has to face when they're in battle. There's a line in there where he says, "I don't know the man that kills me, and I don't know the men I kill." And that's the reality of war. You're not, you know, you're shooting at the enemy, and you know people are going to die. You know people next to you are going to die. You know you could possibly die. But you have a job to do, and so you do it. And I was particularly struck by the line where he said, um, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's something along the lines of, I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. I hope my government is. Well, governments seldom are. And that makes being in combat worse when you know that your government's motivations are not the purest. And, war is horrible. It really is. You saw the sign there where he said, I think it was 68,000 Iraqi civilians have died. Civilians die in every war. It's unavoidable. It's impossible to not kill civilians because the combatants mingle with them. And so you can't fight the enemy without having civilian casualties. And there are mistakes made, like there was in Israel recently, where they destroyed a convoy of aid workers. These things happen in war, and they're to an extent they're unavoidable. There's all sorts of protocols in place to try and avoid them, but there's a reason why they have this horrible euphemism, friendly casualties. My cousin in Vietnam was a friendly casualty. He was killed by an American helicopter gunner. But the American helicopter gunner wasn't trying to kill him. He was trying to kill the enemy. He just misjudged. And that happens, and it's horrible. And it makes being in combat even more difficult because it's bad enough that you have the enemy shooting at you, but when you have your own people shooting at you, But that's, war is confusion and chaos and evil and destruction and everything bad that man can possibly imagine. And I guess some people would label this an anti-war song. I wouldn't. I would say it's a veteran's song. I would say that the thoughts that he expressed in this song are thoughts that many veterans have. And even when they're proud of their service and they're proud of what they did, they still have regrets about things that they did. Regrets about things they're not even sure they did. I have a personal friend who was a Marine machine gunner in Vietnam, and he told me that he does not know for certain that he ever killed anyone, but he's sure that he did. Because you're shooting at the jungle. You're shooting at muzzle flashes. And you can't possibly know if you actually hit anyone. But you know that that's what you're doing, is you're shooting at people to kill them. And it's almost a certainty that you have. But you never even see them. And imagine what that does to the psyche. It's almost cliche that people come back from war changed. And that is true, but the media and the Hollywood likes to portray it as their damaged goods. And most veterans are not damaged goods. There are some that are. There are people that commit suicide because they can't deal with the memories of combat. But there are many people that go on to live very successful lives and very healthy lives, psychologically healthy, that have been in combat. But the combat did change them. It shaped them. It made them into the person that they are, with the strengths and the weaknesses that they have. So I know some people would say, again, that this is an anti-war song. I would not say that. I would say that it's a realistic war song. It's a song by a veteran who's been in combat and knows exactly what he's talking about. So those are my thoughts on it. If you have any questions about being a veteran or about war, I'll do the best I can to answer them. Again, as I said, I've never been in combat myself, so I don't know that part of it. I do understand the military and how the military works and some of the stupid things the military does, so I can answer those questions for sure. And in the meantime, I'll pray for you. I'll pray that you have an abundant life, that you live a long time and that you're healthy, and that God will keep you safe from harm. I pray that He'll do the same for every person that you love. And I pray most of all that you will be anxious for nothing, but in all things, through prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, you'll make your requests known to God. And the peace that passes all understanding will keep your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.